Hello, everyone. Hi, this is Michelle Litwiller. It is Tuesday. I almost said Wednesday, just out of habit. And I am here for our November virtual card class, which is basically a free card class for everyone. So that is super, super fun. We're going to get started in just a minute. So let me know that you're here, where you're from, where you're watching from. Hi, Susan. Good to see you. It is Tuesday, November 9th. Can you believe it's November 9th already? Wow, it is just going by fast. I feel like Halloween was like yesterday. Hello, I have a couple Lindas on here. Thank you so much for sharing, Susan. Hi, Barb and Cheryl. All right, so I have 4 new cards to share with you today, and I hope you like them. I took some suggestions, and I tried to get some of those suggestions in today, so I am very happy with how the cards turned out, so I hope you will be as well. And let's see if this, it's gonna let me share to my group today that it's gonna work today. All the other days it doesn't. Okay. All right, so if you are new to my channel or my Facebook page, thank you so much for coming here. Be sure to follow me. If you're watching on YouTube, you can hit the subscribe button and like and comment. You can do the same on Facebook here as well. So, do you like my little headband thing? So I purchased a present for some people on my team. Well, actually, I bought one to like test it out. But every year I do, twice a year, an event for silvers in my team. And anyway, it came with this little silky headband thing. And jokingly, I put it in last night, and it's actually so soft and so comfortable, and it keeps my hair back that I actually wore it today too. So it just wraps around my whole head, and I'm like, I need to figure out more of these and get some more because it no, this isn't the gift. This came with the gift. This has actually nothing to do with the gift. It just came with the gift, and anyway, so I have that on today. Okay. So how today works is I have 4 cards, and did Carla just say she was in Hawaii? Carla, why didn't you pick me up and take me with you? That is my favorite place. Oh, and thank you. You like my shirt too. Thankful, grateful, and then it says blessed at the very bottom. Thanks so much. Okay, so today how it works is I have 4 new cards for you. We are going to make them, and then if you would like to order, you can get the make and take sent to you. So they come just like this. They come like this in the mail. You have to provide your own stamps and ink, so you can either purchase the stamps if you don't have them in the ink or substitute with something similar that you do have. So I try to do kind of a little bit generic. And so today I did a thinking of you. I did a kind of a sympathy, a birthday, and then I guess it's like a winter/Christmas card. Again, you can change the sentiment. I had a few requests for New Year's cards. I couldn't find a stamp for New Year's, so I did like a snowflake one that you could use for New Year's as well, or you could use it for Christmas, or you could, you'll see, you could use it for a few different things. So if you want the make and take packet anyway, you need to place an order that's at least $30 with this host code. It's also in the description link. And you have until, I believe, Friday night to do so. Now, if you bump your order up to at least 50, you'll get the make and take sent to you, and you're going to get a full package of these beautiful, elegant gems. You can see I have a couple packages here that are partials, so you will get the full package of this as my thank you. Now, if you go over 150, don't use the host code, and you will still get all my goodies, but you will also get the host rewards. Also, if you want to join my team, there's an awesome deal for only $75. You can get the starter kit, pick out $125 for so you pay $75, but you get $125. So just reach out to me if you have questions on that too, okay? All right. Okay, 2 more things and we're going to get started. Card Club. If you want to join my Card Club, or if you want to just take it as a class, this is an online class I offer also. Now, if you just take it as a one-time gift, you're not signing up for the club or the perks or anything like that, and you'll pay $2 more if you get it shipped. But you can take it. It's still a really great deal, really great value. And this month we're doing we're featuring the Whimsy and Wonder paper, and we're using the Evergreen Elegant stamp set. So you need a word stamp set. And these cards are really fun, really pretty, really beautiful paper. So if you want to come in person, I have spots too. You just need to reach out to me because I only have certain times, but I offer 3 different times, and it'll be after Thanksgiving, okay? So this is my only class I have going on right now, Card Club. That's awesome. I'm designing, though, Santa's Workshop, basically a Christmas stamp a stack. They're so cute. Do you see that cute little Santa? Oh my gosh, I have some cute little pop-up cards, oh my gosh, I have some fun things coming up. So this will hopefully be out in the next day or 2. You can sign up for that. And the last thing I want to tell you about, sorry, if you're watching the replay, fast forward to the stamping if you don't want to hear all my announcements, is Paper Pumpkin. This month is a cute little snowman gift set. And on the 1st of the month, I'll be doing a Zoom with all my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. I'll be doing a Facebook Live with some alternative projects. My subscribers get a tutorial with 4 alternatives. So sign up with me. If you can't figure out my link or you need it, let me know and I'll help you with that too. All of those things, Card Club and Paper Pumpkin, end tomorrow. Okay, you have to sign up by the 10th. Let's get stamping now. There's the host code. If you have any problems with your order, let me know too. Okay, all right, our first card for today, let's just get in here and do the simple one. I have one like super simple one, and it is this one right here. And I just realized I don't think I grabbed a piece of white. Do I have a piece of white? I do right here. Okay, so for this card, I'm using the Biggest Wish stamp set. This is an awesome stamp set. I love the fonts and then the boldness of this too. So we're using this one, but then I also pulled in the In Symmetry because this coordinates with the paper we're using. You see this pretty paper? So I'm only using this for the inside. So again, you can really switch these up. But I've used this paper before, and it comes in 12 by 12 in our annual catalog. I have it right here. I'm trying to grab it to show you. It just makes really colorful. This is a pattern we're using, but here's the paper. This is Flirty Flamingo. Just there's some yellow. So I just thought this would be great for some birthday cards, or if you need a card to like cheer somebody up, this is a great pack of paper. And so this is in our annual catalog. Okay, so what I have Misty Moonlight and Night of Navy. So, and then we have this little label here. Now, I forgot to mention, if you want the tutorial for these 4 cards, I send it to everybody, not just the people that order, but you have to be on my email list. To get on my email list, you're going to go here. Do you see this on the top of your screen? owlstarstampers.com. Sometimes it should pop up to join, or you can click on like the email newsletter, and that way it will go out, if not tonight, tomorrow morning. And then just save that. So if you order, you can save the tutorial so you have all the directions, and you can also refer back to the video. Okay, so we have a piece of designer series paper that's 4 by 3, and then I have a piece of Whisper White that's about 4 by 3, and Night of Navy that's 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. I also cut out one of my favorite shapes in the Tasteful Labels dies in Basic White. We're going to be using 2 colors of ink pads. here, Misty Moonlight and Night of Navy. Oh my gosh, we're doing heat embossing today on a couple of cards too. So stick with me. We have some very, very beautiful cards to make today, like some really pretty cards. Okay, we're also going to be using this ribbon. So I'll give you a piece of that. Somebody said kids' birthdays, and I just kind of went with more of a generic birthday. I mean, I think you could give this to a kid, a girl maybe, or you could omit the sparkles and ribbon if a boy doesn't like that. So we are just going to layer this on here, this paper. I like blue. And then we're going to take the ribbon. I think last time I used no ribbon, so this time I used ribbon twice. So the ribbon is back. And this one, though, we're just going to tie in a knot off to the side. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. And thank you, Janelle, for the shout out. She said she loves the card club. So here is this right here. So yeah, I do have a thinking of you card we're going to make today. I have like a sympathy card. It says like sending hugs or something, so you could use it for sympathy. And then I have a snowflake card. Okay, so there we have that. I wanted just white ribbon, so you could use any white ribbon. If you don't want the sparkles, just use a white ribbon. And then to put this down, we're going to add our dimensionals. So be on the lookout for this Santa. It's called the Santa's Workshop that I'm doing, and it has 3 cards. 2 of them are kind of like fun folds. One holds a gift card holder. One has a little pop-up. And then in that class, there's also going to be some little boxes and like gift-giving things like stocking stuffers, if you have Secret Santas, things like that. I do this every year. It's a pretty popular class. And so I was hoping to have it done and designed by today, and it didn't happen. So it will be soon. So be on the lookout. You won't want to miss that. I'm looking for a scrap piece of paper to stamp off on, which I had here. Excuse me. It must be, here it is. So see, yep, I was stamping off here. I am going to bring in my mat because, where is my mat? This is a photopolymer set. I don't know what I did with it. I have things like it's not really messy, but, oh, here it is. It's just stacked. So this works really good with our photopolymer stamps. It gives you a really good impression. I'm just going to put my paper over top of it. Okay, and I'm going to bring in our stamp set, and then we need our label. So you can see I was practicing with the Misty Moonlight and the Night of Navy. So this is the Misty Moonlight stamped once, and then the birthday over. It's kind of hard to see. So then I stamped the Misty Moonlight off one time, and then the birthday shows up a little bit more. So that's what we're going to do. So you can see, like, sometimes I have to play around with things to see what I think looks better. But here we go. So on this label, we need our block. Where did our block go? I'm going to do the happy first. This stamp set is really inexpensive too, by the way. I forgot to look up how much it was, but it's photopolymer, so it can't be that much. I would guess like $18 if you don't have it. I'm going to stamp it off once, and then I'm going to stamp it towards the top of my label. You can kind of give it a good little huff like that, like I did. And there you go. So it's a little bit of a lighter of the Misty Moonlight. Okay, the next thing is, I left my chamois out there. I know I did. Great. Great, great, great. I have like 5 of them, and I moved my baby wipes across the room too. That's fabulous. All right, so we're going to grab the birthday, and we're going to take that in Night of Navy. And I'm going to ink up this. I love this cursive-y font. And I'm going to stamp birthday. If you don't need a happy birthday card, but you have this stamp set, You could make hello friend, thank you. You could do a lot of different cute things with this set. So do you see though how it's just kind of a fun little thing here. You know what, I'm gonna have to go get a wipe in just a second. Okay, now for the inside of the card, because look, I'm getting ink all over me. Just a second. Short commercial break. All right. Since my chamois aren't on the other side of the wall, I won't run into the other room, but I will at least wipe my fingers off. Stamp set is $17. Thank you, Pam, for sharing that. I knew it had to be like fairly inexpensive because it is a photopolymer one. Okay, now I'm really getting stuff all over. Okay, so this one is $17. Okay, I'm gonna take this one because it coordinates with the paper, and I'm going to stamp this little flower on my little inside piece. So I'm gonna take this in the Misty Moonlight. I'm gonna stamp it off once. I didn't ink it up good, so I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna stamp it down here like that, and then I'm going to stamp, there's a littler circle, a little flower down here. So this stamp set is really cute too. You could just use this one if you have it. I know I've used it before. It has some really cute fonts also. I'm going to stamp the little flower in the Night of Navy, and I'm going to go, I was going to go over top, but then I got scared, so I'm just going to put it right there like that. So there we have the little flowers, and that's it. I was going to stamp it right over top of like the full strength, but I thought that might mess it up. So there's that. Well, now let's just finish this one off, and we can close up our ink pads. It says ink all, look at, there's ink all over here. All right. So I figured we all know people that have birthdays, so this would be a good one to do. Okay. We're going to take this card and open it up, and you can layer this inside like so. And then this one label, we're going to add a dimensional on the top and bottom. Top and bottom. And then we're going to add this here. Now, again, if you place your order that's at least over 50, you're going to get your own package of these beautiful gems, and they come in like a petal pink, a clear, and like a frosted white. And I'm going to take the clear ones and just add a few on here. Like that. So there is our card, and the gems are there. The light is like reflecting off. So happy birthday, and then little flowers on the inside. Now what I did do for my original card here, do you see the difference? I took the Stampin' Blend in the Dark Night and Navy, and you could color these gems, and I colored them the blue there. I colored 3 of them, and I put them on. So I just wanted to show you the difference. You could color them, or you can keep them clear like that. So there's our first card. So let me know what you think of that card. Okay, birthday sweet and simple. Now we're going to go into a little bit of heat embossing. Karen, is it your birthday? Is your birthday coming up? I'm glad you like that card. Okay, so these were the stamp sets we used for the first card. Okay, our next card, we are going to make is a thinking of you card. And we are using one of my favorite packs of paper. Let me pull it out. This one right here. So this piece of paper, do you see the silver? Okay, I'm trying. It's like silver foil. So it is very, very pretty. So this is the Peaceful Place Designer Series paper. So this paper actually comes like this on a 12 by 12. Do you see it? So what I did is I cut it at 6 inches and then I cut it to 4. So you could get 6 on a sheet, and then I trimmed it down a little bit more. So so this is the sheet of paper that I'm using today, and it's one of my favorites, and I've been hoarding it, but the whole pack of paper is just gorgeous. Here's another sheet from in there with the trees, and it coordinates with the Peaceful Cabin Suite. So anyway, we have that, and then I have a layer of smoky slate, and wow, and then some thick basic white. I also have another label from the Tasteful Label Dies in basic white. So for this card, we are going to be using the silver embossing powder. Now on another card, we're going to be using gold. So I'm using some embossing powders, and they come in a 3-pack. They come in the silver, gold, and copper. I know some of you bought these because in the fall I did the copper on some fall cards. I'm looking for my catalog. Oh, it's right in front of me. And I'm going to show you where you can find the embossing powders if you want to add it onto your order. They're on page 128. You'll see them up at the top. And number 1, we have the metallics, which you get copper, gold, and silver for $18, or you can get the basics, which is black, clear, and white. Now, when you heat emboss, you need the Versamark ink pad. This ink pad right here, and it's on the next page, on page 129, and it is $9.50. They do sell a refill for $6. Now, when you get yours, it's going to be white. Mine is not white. It still works good, so I still re-ink it, and it works just fine. But yours will probably look a lot prettier when you get a brand new one. So we're going to use this on the next couple cards we make. So I wanted to point out Versamark. If you don't have it, you're going to want it. Okay, so for this card, I am using the stamp set. Oh, I'm using the Eden's Garden today. Have you heard of that new suite? So I have Peaceful Moments. I grabbed this because it says, thinking of you with all my heart. There is also a Sympathy, a congratulations. There's a happy birthday in here. This is a great all occasion stamp set if you don't have one or you want a new one. This is a good one. So I'm going to make this a thinking of you card. So what we're going to do is we have our label here. We have our Versamark. Whoops, we want a scrap piece of paper. So I'm putting this out. This is from my past buy one, get one sale. Do you guys want me to do the buy one, get one sale online? I marked everything and put it away, and I was hoping to do it maybe before the end of the year, but I need to know if there's interest in that. So thinking of you with all my heart, because a lot of you said that this is a hard time of year for some people, which I totally understand. So maybe you just want to send a card to somebody, let them know you're thinking of them. And this label is from the Tasteful Labels, which I used on the first card as well. Then you're going to pour your powder over. If you have the embossing buddy, use that. We don't sell that, so I'm not using it, but it helps not to get your fingerprints all over, which is exactly what happened to me because I touched this like 100 times before. So I shouldn't have said that because that's exactly what happened. I'm going to try to fix this. Okay, you know what? I am going to look. I'm seeing if I have another label because I don't like it. That just prevents static. Okay, I need like a little tiny brush to get the little flecks out. Okay, it's all right. Okay, then you're going to take your heat tool. Well, first, before I get too carried away, you can pour this stuff back into your container so you don't make a mess. I'm not done with it though, so we're going to heat set this with your heat tool set on 2. Okay, so when you do this, you want to gently move it so it won't burn your paper. I need a tiny brush. I have one, I just don't have one here with me. So don't do what I do. Learn from my mistake. Okay. So this isn't the greatest, but it's going to work because I think this one I'm actually going to use different. So there's our label. And if you can see the heat emboss, it's like melted and it's shiny and it's raised and it's so pretty. So there's that. Now on the inside of our card, we are going to take some snowflakes. So on another card we're going to use today, we're using this stamp set, the Merry Snowflakes. And snowflakes can be used all winter long. It's not Christmas. It can be used all winter long. Now you could use it for Christmas too, but I'm going to take this snowflake and this snowflake and we're going to stamp them on the inside of the card. This card is going to be so pretty. Just you wait. Okay, so I have this little one and we're going to ink this up. And I'm going to line this up here at the edge of my thing. And I'm going to stamp that one right there. And then I'm going to stamp it again up at the top, going off a little bit. And then I'm going to take this bigger snowflake and I'm going to stamp. Now, I know you can't see, but I can kind of see like the hint of where I'm stamping. This is called a watermark stamp set or ink pad. I'm going to stamp that one and then I'm going to stamp. How did I do this? Where's my sample? Where's my sample? Just a second. I'm actually going to fold this back and stamp this one right there, like that. Okay, so now it looks like I didn't stamp, but I did. And I'm going to take the powder again. Where's my sheet? And I'm going to, you'll see where it sticks. I'm going to pour this over and you can see where our snowflakes are. I got a little heavy-handed there. So I'm just blowing off the excess and there. Okay, so then we're done with this silver for this card now. So this can just see how it just pours right back into your container. So just any like scrap piece of paper or computer paper will work. Oh, but look it, I didn't get it very good there at the end and there. So you can just always pour back more. And I'm just gonna get a little mark up there. Okay. So yeah, a little tiny paintbrush works good if you do get a little bit, or if you have like a tiny little finger. Okay, so heat set this really fast. This is on the inside of our card, so this is going to be a little surprise when they open it and see these pretty sparkly Do you see how they just like came to life? So this is on the inside of our card, these really pretty snowflakes. Now, if heat embossing isn't your thing, you can use just a smoky slate ink pad instead, just a gray ink pad, and that will work too. But these are just, heat embossing is so easy, it's not hard, and it makes your cards, it takes them to the next level. So I love heat embossing, and I was actually thinking I actually need to just keep my heat tool out so that I do it more often, because it really is a wow for your card. Okay, so now the outside of our card, we're going to take these two pieces and layer them. So I have the smoky slate and then our beautiful piece of designer series paper. I just have 1/8 of an inch going around it, so not much of a border. Again, the paper is amazing, and I'm giving it to you in your make and take packets. So you guys know I love you when I'm giving you my favorite paper. Okay, so here is this. So we're gonna flip this and we're going to add dimensionals on here. Okay, and then we are going to put this on the front of our card like so. So then you can take your thinking of you with all my heart and you can put this down here, right? Or what I did ahead of time too is I took another fun stamp set. This one is called Well Defined. And I recently have been using this gratitude stamp. It says, it's like the definition, the feeling in my heart when I think of you. So I actually stamped one, it says winter. It's a noun, when it's cold outside, but thoughts of you still keep me warm. So again, this card could be used for a lot of different things. I did use a different label, but it is heat embossed also. Do you see that silver heat emboss? And I'm going to just pop that up down here. Now, I have the thinking of you one already done on my first card. So I'm going to give you this shape in your packet, this one, but you could change it out. I just want to show you how you can change out this card for several different ones anyway. So we're going to put this down here. So I'm not covering up all of mine. And then I'm going to give you a silver snowflake. And this is from our snowflake set from last year, because I was just looking for the smallest snowflake I could find. And the stitch snowflakes, they had beautiful ones, but they were a little bit bigger. So this one is from the So Many Snowflakes, I believe, from last year. It's still current. It's in our annual book. Some of you probably have it. You could use any little snowflake, but you're going to get this one in your little kit. I'm going to put it on with a little mini glue dot and put it right there. And then we're going to go in with our gems. And I'm taking the white, like the frosted white ones, and I'm going to pick up the big white one, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to take a little one and put it in the snowflake, and then another one over here. They always say like groupings of 3. So that's what I did. So this one, why is my light, like everything is going haywire now? I tested it earlier and it was fine. Here's our card with the winter and the gems, but then wait, open it up and ooh, there's pretty silver snowflakes inside. And then here's the one with the thinking of you with all my heart. So with the snowflake, and then on the inside, there are still those pretty snowflakes. So that's our second card for today. And you can, again, change out your label. You will get this label. You'll get this label right here. But if you want to change it to something else, you can. So here's your thinking of you card. All right, we did a birthday and a thinking of you. Next up, we're going to the Eden's Garden. Okay, this is a new collection. And let me see real quick. I actually totally forgot to pull this up. Just a second. This is a new bundle that will be coming out in our next publication, but you can order it now. And let me tell you the price of it real quick. So right here we are. I have all the pieces. So you can get the whole collection for $82. It's on our website, and that comes with the 12 by 12 designer series paper, some cotton paper, some gems, and then the stamp set and the dies. So here's the stamp set right here. If you want the bundle only, it's $52. So we do have the bundle only. I totally just, like, okay, here we go. I don't know what's going on. I just, like, lost my, here's the stamp set. Anyway, it's that distinctive stamp set, and it has, like, sending hugs, hello there, dear friend, how are you? Let's celebrate everything, and my heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything. There's paper. So this paper is really fancy, really pretty. It has like a lot of shades of green and gold. Do you guys know that gold is like the new thing? And then the backs are like evening evergreen, soft succulent, gold. Like there's really some really pretty patterns. Like this one is like a ombre on the back, but this is a paper. There's also this really cool cotton paper that comes in this suite, and it comes in the soft succulent and the evergreen, and it's really, really thin. Like it almost feels like tissue paper. And so I haven't used this yet. So I know, I think it was Della said, show us how to make some 3D flowers out of that. So maybe I will do that, but I wasn't able to do that today. So there's this. In fact, I can't even get it back in the package because I'm afraid I'm gonna, but it's really cool. It's something different. And then the dies, let me grab those. I'll show you these because I have a really pretty, this is a really, really pretty card we're gonna make. See, I'm having trouble getting them back in the container. The dies are right here. So they, I don't even have them in the case yet, like in my case, but they come like this, these really pretty dies, and I have some samples with you. So we're going to make this card right here. There's some heat embossing. That's what card we're going to make right now, but I have a few samples that I've already made. So this one is featuring the dies. Do you see this card? It's I made a wedding card. It's heat embossed. What is up with my light? And then on the inside, it is heat embossed too. Cherish every moment of this day. But this die is really, really pretty anyway. And then here's just a really sweet and simple card using the paper and the hello there. Okay, so that's what we're using today. If you want the bundle, it's $52. You can get the whole collection for $82, I believe. Okay, so what I have here is, this is again is how your packet will come. Oh, here's another card I made too. So I stamped that image in gold and I heat embossed it. It says hello there. So there's another card, and it picks up on the gold there. I know Facebook has been driving me absolute bonkers lately. Half the time it just does not want to like work right. Okay, so this is what your kit will look like for this one. You're going to have a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 5.5 plus 2 3/4. Whatever 5.5 plus 2 3/4 is, that's how long this is. When you get this, you are going to score it at 5.5. Okay, so put it on your trimmer at 5.5, and we're going to score it. So this is going to be kind of like your sympathy card, or like thinking of you hug card, whatever you want. So we're going to fold this like this. So you're going to score it at 2 3/4. Now what we're going to do is we are going to give that a really good crease. So we have this beautiful paper here that is 2.5. This is not the right measurement. By it's supposed to be 2.5 by 4. Where did I cut it at? 2 3/4. That's the size of the panel. So yours will hopefully, I will cut it right. 2.5 by 4. And we're going to layer this right here, that pretty piece. And then we are going to take another piece. We have this little piece right here that coordinates. It's another piece in there. And then we have this 5 1/4 by 4 and the Stitched So Sweetly label in basic white. Okay, so this is going here. So let's do our stamping. So for this one, I used Soft Succulent, which is our cardstock base. This is one of our in colors. And I use the Versamark and the gold embossing powder. So we're gonna stamp our image first onto here in the green. So this image right here. And we are going to do this. Again, if you do not want to heat emboss, just use, for this one, you could use like a crumb cake or a soft suede instead of gold and powder, if you don't want to use the gold embossing powder, or if you don't want to use the silver, just use smoky slate or basic gray, and that will work too. Now I'm stamping this over on this side of the card, and hopefully it works out good. So there we have it. It's kind of like that 3D looking distinctive. It's pretty cool. And then we're going to do our words. So I have, and I want this little image and then the sending hugs. And then the inside we're going to put my heart is tied to yours. Hug if you need anything. So we're going to bring in this piece and this piece. So let's do our the words here first. Okay, hopefully I didn't touch that a whole lot like the last one. I'm having difficulties. I had no problem that when I made the samples. Of course, when you're live, you know, things happen. Okay, so I'm going to stamp sending hugs. I'm sure there's somebody you know that you could send this to. And then on this piece, we're going to stamp this little greenery thingy. The inside piece, we're going to stamp it a couple times. I'm going to stamp it this way and then this way. So again, I'm using that clear water Versamark. It's like a watermark ink. And then we're going to come in here with our gold powder and kind of just flick off the extra. And then over here we have those little gold greeneries, which look like that before we heat them. Okay, pour your powder back in your container. All right. Now bring in your little heat thing. Put it on 2. And this will turn really pretty. Can you see it changing colors? Okay, so we got those, and then let's do our words for the front. All right, we have that done. So then we're going to come in here and we're going to attach this down with our adhesive. So this just layers in here like so. And then you have those pretty gold greenery things up there. You're going to have like this 3/4 inch strip, and you can add that on the side here. So go ahead and do that. Oh, and then we're using this beautiful ribbon, which has been on back order for a while, and it just came back in stock. And so I ordered a couple, so I knew I would have it for the make and takes. And we're going to be using that in a second. So here's the front piece. And again, can you see it has the sending hugs? If you don't want the S to go over that green like leaf thing, just stamp your image over a little bit more. It'll just go off. But you can do that to avoid that if that bothers you. Okay, grab your dimensionals. Add a couple only to the one side because this is kind of like how it opens. We're going to add only to this side here. And so I'm doing this first so that I can see where to put my words on the inside. So I have that. So now I'm going to stamp the inside of my card in soft succulent. It says, "My heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything." So I'm going to open this up, and let me get this straight, hopefully. And I'm going to put this right there in the center, like that. So there we have that. And now we're going to add the ribbon. So I will give you a piece of this gorgeous ribbon to go inside. I just got to find where it is on my table. Okay. It is here, right here. So this is the, what is this called? I don't even know. Shimmer ribbon. So this is in our, like the Christmas catalog. So you'll get a piece of this, and we are going to just tie this in a knot. Okay, so just like this. And then we're going to take a few of those clear gems. I'll show you what we're going to do with those on this card. And snip those. Okay. So now we have this. So grab your card, take your pick tool, the little putty end, or you can use the little spatula end too, but I like the putty end. I'm going to take 3. I took a big one and then a smaller, one of the smaller size. I'm going to take 3 of those and just add them to the center of that flower, that floral image, just like that. And it says "Sending Hugs," and then that is the inside. So if you can see the gold embossing, I love that you can see the ribbon on the inside here. It picks up the gold here and on the side, and the gold on the front. So, and then you can see those little gems in the center. So here's my original one. So that is our third card, featuring the new Eden's Garden Suite. So again, if you want this early, this will be in our next catalog, but you can order it now. And I'm telling you, if you want the paper and stuff, get it now because you know things go on back order and unorderable. So I'm giving you a little heads up. If you want it, don't hesitate. Do not hesitate. And then here are those dies that coordinate with it. Really, really fancy and pretty. And then, so this is a card you'll get, but then here are those other cards. So here's that image he embossed in gold for that one. And then here is the beautiful die, like you made a wedding card. I showed it earlier, but if you missed it. And then just another sweet and simple card with those papers. Okay, so our last card is one of my favorites for today. And let me bring it in. We are going to be using for the last card. What are we using? I almost forgot. The snowflake. So we are using the Merry Snowflakes. Now this comes with the Stitch Snowflakes bundle, the dies, if you want the dies. So you can get this in our the mini catalog. And we are using the paper that's coming in Card Club this month. So we're using Blushing Bride. So again, this is kind of one I thought you could maybe use for a New Year's card if you had a New Year's stamp set. I couldn't find one, so I'm using the sentiment that says, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. So this is a Christmas card, but you could totally change it out. So we're also using these snowflakes. So you'll get one of these snowflakes. They come in a package like this. In Card Club, you're going to get, I'll just cut off two because we're going to use these on a Card Club too. So they're iridescent on one side, but the back is solid white. So you could take your brayering brush and color these or spritz them or leave them white or the iridescent. So we're going to just pop this out. What I like is it's already done for you. You just be a little careful and this just comes right out for you. You don't have to like die cut or anything like that. So there's that. And we are going to move our pieces to the side, and I'm like, my space keeps getting smaller and smaller here. Here we go. We're going to fold this in half like so. Man, I got stamps everywhere. I didn't put any of these back. Okay. So this is our card base, and we're going to set this aside. It's Blushing Bride. I have a layer that's 5 1/4 by 4. Again, all the measurements and pictures are in the tutorial. And this is a piece we're going to actually stamp on. And then I have these two pieces here. This is a 3 by 3, and this is 2 by 4. Again, I'm using my favorite papers on you guys. This label comes from the Seasonal Labels dies in white. So we're going to go in with our Versamark. So you could use the Blushing Bride ink pad. What I found is my Blushing Bride, it looks a little almost like dirty or a brown hue to it. It's not the ink pad's fault. I think that's just how it's kind of made. If you stamp it off once, it looks really good. But I want to show you a trick because maybe some of you didn't know that this ink pad, if you stamp on the same color, it just makes it a shade darker automatically for you. So that's exactly what I wanted. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to use that, and then I don't have to use a Blushing Bride. So I have my little snowflake here. I am using this one right here, and we are going to stamp. So I'm just inking it up in the Versamark again, and I'm going to stamp one down here. It's going to go off a little bit, or you don't have to go off. I'm going to stamp one. I should have a scrap paper underneath, one up here. I'm going to stamp one kind of going over here. And I'm going to stamp one more, kind of like maybe peeking through there. So I'm just, those lines in my light, can you see the snowflakes there? You can kind of see them. If you wanted at this point, you could put your embossing powder and emboss it in clear or white or black or anything that you want. And but I'm just going to leave mine like the shade on the shade. And again, just with the Versamark, okay? All right, so we're done with that snowflake. now we are going to take this and attach our square to the center. This is just going down flat. Lisa said, I've been meaning to ask, what is your wood grain on your table? Is it your table or is it something else? So I do have it's a 6-foot table what I'm working on. It's from IKEA and it's white. But it had a glare when I did videos, like the white, it was it's not glossy, but the finish it didn't look good in videos. So when I was redoing my studio, I was at Menards and they had this is a piece of wood and it's probably about a 1/4 inch thick and it's maybe 5 feet long by 3 feet. And I just put it over top of my table. Now they had bigger ones, they had smaller ones. They had mine's a 1/4 inch thick. They had thicker ones. And so, you could get it and you could obviously make stuff out of it. But I just set that, it's about 5 foot, maybe it's only 4 foot, 4 foot by 2 foot maybe. Anyway, I just put it right on my table. At my old house, I had some wood grain wallpaper that I just stuck down. Again, because it kind of had a glare, which I don't know what's going on with my lighting, but that's why I have that. And it's just kind of a neutral background too. Okay, I hope that helps answer. Okay, here we're going to pop this piece up with dimensionals. Wait. I was not supposed to pop this up with dimensionals. Okay, let's not add dimensionals. Look at, who knew you could peel them off so easily? This is going down flat. Just kidding. I got so excited about the table question. Thank you again for sharing, Kathy. Okay, those peeled off pretty good. So this is just layering right down the center, kind of like so. There we go. So now here's where we got it. I think it's the light above. I have LED lights, but they're I can see the lines going across. So it's just, I don't know why it's really bothering me. Now take your snowflake. Now if you look closely at the snowflake center, and if you take a dimensional, you will notice this is the same shape and just a hair smaller than our dimensional. It's the exact shape of a dimensional. So a dimensional fits perfectly behind the center of the snowflake and you can't see it. When I made this card, I thought, oh my gosh, Stampin' Up, somebody there thought of this. So you're going to take your snowflake and we are going to put it off to the side like that. Okay, so there is that. Okay, bring in your card base. Now this is getting popped up. That's what it was. Okay, take those. We're going to put them on here like so. Bonnie, I will show you a trick with your Stampin' Seal in just a second, okay? Because I actually just had a team meeting yesterday and some ladies were asking me, so I will show you what I showed them. Okay, so this is getting popped up, the color on the color. Okay, bring in your label. And so here's where you can change your sentiment out. I'm going to use this one. This would be a really pretty New Year's Eve card, New Year's card, if you just wanted a winter card. Snowflakes can be used all the time, I think, in the winter months. And if you live in Michigan, you can even use a snowflake card in April, because you know it's going to snow in April here too. Okay, I have Smoky Slate. I'm going to ink this up. Now you could emboss this in silver. I was actually going to do it, but I see our video is getting we're almost at an hour, so I'm not going to do that. But you could totally emboss this with the silver embossing powder, and it would look so pretty. I'm going to save a little bit of time and do the Smoky Slate ink. And then we are going to bring this in, put our dimensionals on the back, and we are going to take this and I'm going to attach it kind of, my other one I have my snowflake up a little higher, so like that. And then remember your gems that you're all going to get with your $50 order we're going to take the pink ones. Now these aren't the exact shade, but they take on the shade, which is what I love about these things. So I'm going to take the big pink one and put it right in the center of our snowflake, and then I'm going to take two of the smaller pink ones and put them on the sides here. Now again, I should have done this earlier, but this won't take long at all. And so I'm going to take that Versamark, I'm going to open my card, and I'm going to stamp some of these snowflakes on the inside as well. And I know that it's going to be, see, you can see the lines now. This is driving me crazy. You can see the snowflakes ever so lightly there. I'll take pictures, and I'll have pictures, so get the tutorial in the email and you can see, and they'll also be over on my blog. But here is this card, our last card. So I hope you like that. Here's the original one. So they're pretty close. So there's that. Let me know what you think. And while I'm going to show you how to use a stamp and seal. Just a second. Okay, so if you are having issues with your stamp and seal, I'm going to show you a trick in just a second. So I'm going to do a recap of our cards. Here was our last one, which is, this is a Christmas card. You could change it to a winter or maybe a New Year's. Then we did the Eden's Garden, which sending hugs, or you could change this to a sympathy card, and there's that one. We have a thinking of you card here. So this is I'm going to give you the pieces to make this one, but then we heat embossed in the inside with the same snowflake stamp. So I use a snowflake stamp set here, and then the snowflakes on the inside here. On this one, I use this stamp set is called Gratitude. Well Defined. Well Defined is what this one's called if you want to change it to a winter card. And then we started out today with a fun, simple, quick and easy birthday card, and that is the inside there. So if you want to get these make and takes, you're going to make one of each of these cards. You can substitute with the stamps if you don't have them, but you are going to want to use my shopping link and click on this host code, the host code up here, and you have until Friday night, and I will send you the make and takes if it's at least $30. Coming in the new year, I'm going to have to bump it up to $35. So take advantage while it's only $30 now. But most of you always spend over $50 anyway because you want my free gift. And so my free gift this time is a full package of the Elegant Faceted Gems. You'll get a full package of these with tons left over for shopping with me. Now, again, if you want to join my team, it's on sale for $75, and or if you go over $150, you get host rewards. All right, so I'm just going to take a scrap piece of paper here, and what you're going to want, if you are having trouble, you're going to want to grab a silicone craft sheet. Now, if you're in my card club, spoiler alert, and you have not got your swag bag for the last 6 months yet, you will get one of these in there. I can't remember how much they are, $5, $6, something like that. But this will help you if you're having issues. So take this out, and if you're going to use it and it's not running, start it on here, and then come over here, and it automatically starts the adhesive. So run it on your silicone mat until it starts going, and then go to your paper and it will work. Another thing you can do is once you have it going, let me find a piece here. I know I have to have a scrap. Okay, maybe it'll show up on the brown. So, well, brown on brown, good grief. Here we go, red. Okay, so if it's not, so you can get it going there and then go to your paper and you can see the line there. Okay, now if I come here and say it's not working, it's not rolling, go right to the mark you just had and then pull down, and it automatically starts again. So you can use, if you don't have a silicone sheet, you can just use your finger and roll it up and then get it to go, and then go over. If you start it on the glue and go down, it automatically rolls too. Now when you go to end it, you're gonna go like that, like slightly give it a little check. Don't do it too hard or it will go off the track, but just carefully go down and then give it like that. And so this helps get it to go, or you can go over your adhesive, your already mark, and just do that. The other tip I have is when you press a little bit firmer and give it a little bit of muscle so that way it will go down easier. The Stampin' Seal is a little bit harder to use than the Stampin' Seal Plus. The Stampin' Seal Plus costs a little bit more money, but on it, like you can see how this has a continuous line of adhesive, right? The Stampin' Seal Plus has these little like tiny lines. I think that that's a little more user-friendly. It costs a little bit more, but it is, I think, a little bit easier to use. And just follow the same same tips and tricks. Both of the cartridges interchange in here, so that's great. I'm looking to see if I have one, the Seal Plus, but I don't think I do. Real handy, because I wasn't planning on going over that, but that works. Now, if you still can't get this to work, then guess what? This is only $4, and although it's not my favorite, this is awesome, awesome glue. And it will hold your projects down. It will work really well. And it's really great. And it's only $4. And you have the 2 different ends to use it. So our multi-purpose liquid glue, I would suggest if you are having a lot of problems with this, you can try the tips I gave you, but if that's not working, hopefully that works. And Anda said, I finally got mine to work after your tips on Sunday. So that's encouraging. I told her these same tips that I just shared with you. So if you are in the card club, and you haven't already, you're going to be getting one of these in your swag bag. It's part of your gift. But if not, or if you can't wait, you might want more than one. You can order one as well. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. There's the host code if you want to go shopping. You have until Friday. I hope that you love the cards. Be on the lookout for the Santa's Workshop, which is my Santa's stamp camp that's coming out. And join the card club or take it as a class by the 10th and sign up for Paper Pumpkin 2 by the 10th. Those are the deadlines. I will see you tomorrow night for our weekly Facebook Live at 8 p.m. So I hope you can join me back here for some more new projects. I will see you then. And thank you also for subscribing to my YouTube channel. It continues to grow, and I appreciate all your comments and thumbs up over there and on Facebook as well. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.